Hi everyone, this is the second episode of the full Powerborn Heroes playthrough. Watch the first episode to understand how I got Captain America's powers. In this episode you will see only how I got Superman's powers. Okay, to get Superman's powers I need to craft a sun totem from kryptonite and sunstone shards. And I also need a totem of undying. To get the kryptonite and sunstone shards, I need to find Superman's fallen capsule. And I also need 2 of them. But in the first episode, I already found one. So I went looking for another capsule and the pillager outpost or mansion in order to get the totem of undying. I also want to say that since the last episode I have leveled up Captain America's skill tree, and thanks for the creator of Powerborn Heroes himself for writing in the comments on the previous video that to get more experience points for leveling up the skill tree you need to kill enemies using Captain America powers. Anyway, I got all the abilities except the last one. But that's not a problem for us, cause now we need only Superman's capsule. And while I was jumping around a regular forest and trying to spot some kind of structure in the distance, at least a pillager outpost, and then I looked down and saw a capsule hidden in the trees. I was very happy. Then I looted some kryptonite and sunstone shards, and then I went to look for the outpost. And while I was looking for the outpost, I found sunken ship washed up on the ground. I also farmed some fried food using lava, and then I saw it behind the mountain. Yes, it was the outpost, and I quickly ran to it. Then I farmed pillagers for a long time and finally saw his pillager with a flag. After killing him, I got the bad omen effect. With it, when I enter any village, a raid will immediately start there. Then I returned my village and started the raid. While I was putting treasures in the chest, I saw how the raid scale was decreasing, but I didn't kill anyone. Then I saw him, real hero of the village. His solo cleared the raid wave, the real Sigma. By the way, after that I repaired him with iron. But Iron Golem can't clear the entire raid solo. So I started helping out with Captain America's powers. I cleared the second wave, the third, and the fourth pretty quickly. And in the final 5th wave, I got the Totem of Undying from Invoker. And in the end, I cleared the raid. And by the way, the last pillager was sitting in my base. And I also became a worthy. If anything, this achievement is needed to lift Thor Mjolnir and become Thor. I will need it later. And now I can craft the sun totem to become Superman. But it's not that simple. After I crafted it, I need to fill it with solar energy by standing in the sun during the day. And anyway, I walked away from the PC for 30 minutes and the totem was only 40% charged. But after that I got bored and went to explore the world, while the totem in my hands was charging. I went looking for a desert biome to find an enchanted apple in a desert temple to later gain sentry powers. But instead of the desert, I found a village. There was nothing except hay. After that, I went on to look for the desert. But while I was running, I did this MLG move. I got from there to here, using Captain America's powers. Whoa. After that, I found a pillager outpost. I looted it and moved on. But soon I will return to this outpost. After that, I look at how much the totem was charged to, and it just so happened that it was charged to 6-7%, and I had to tell you this. After that, I found this beautiful stalagmite cave. It looks absolutely amazing. I have never seen such as beautiful caves. After that, I climbed to the top of the mountain, waited about a minute, and the totem was completely charged. I used it and finally became Superman. My emotions when I received his powers were something like this. Finally, I can fly. Finally. But Superman also has the skills, heat vision and freeze breath, but all the other skills I can only get when I level up the skill tree. I also want to say that I looked more like Homelander than Superman, because as soon as I got Superman's powers, I immediately flew off to burn the village that I found before. After that, I went to farm experience for skills on regular animals. With their help, I unlocked the Thunder Club. With it, I can clap my hands and create a large blast wave that will deal a lot of damage to enemies and push them back a long distance. Well, after that, all I did was farm experience. And I even flew to the Nether, hoping to find an enchanted apple in the basin there, because I think it would take me time later. But I didn't find it. But at least I got some so-so loot in the center of the basin. After I not completely looted the basin, I returned back to the overworld, because Superman needs solar energy to use his powers, but even without it, he can fly. After that, I tried to loot the underwater temple and killed all the main guards, but I still got fatigued, so I never found the gold blocks. But I didn't decide to go there again because it's the stupidest structure in my opinion. And if it hadn't been in the water, I would have burned it completely, just like I did with the village. After that, I flew to the Nether again, but this time to farm wither skulls, but not a single one dropped, and because of this, I was a little angry. I decided to burn to the ground the pillager outpost that I found when I charged the totem. I was really happy. I felt like Homelander again. I also farmed a lot of experience and unlocked the Priela skill, and because of this I advise everyone to play with this add-on. By the way, since I started talking about Homelander, I want to thank you all for the fact that the video about the boys got more than 11,000 views. Thank you very much. To get the last skill, I farmed experience on animals and finally got this last skill. In the video it took a minute, but in the game I farmed animals for about 30 minutes, and it's a little boring. After that I was putting resources in the chest and was happy that I had unlocked all the skills for Superman. But then I accidentally used Superman's last skill, Super Flare. With this skill, Superman spends all his solar energy on a large explosion. Although it doesn't destroy blocks, but it sets everything around on fire. Also, because I spent all my energy, I received the effect of solar exhaustion, which lasts for 30 seconds. During these 30 seconds, I can't use any skills, and because of this, I can't put out the fire with freeze breath. And at that moment, I was really scared for my resource, but I quickly realized that I just need to wait for the effect to wear off. And when it did, I immediately started putting out the fire, and with the help of ice breath, I quickly put out my house and then put out the nearby houses. But the whole roof burned down. And plus I'm tired of this village, so next episode we'll start with building a new base. All links are in the description. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget about comments. Bye bye.